Ooh. Oh gosh. Are we how was our connection? Are we back? Did somebody get a stern talking to? See me? Oh yeah,
Lucky
we're
is
moving.
imagine. Oh, somebody has turned talking.
Oh, somebody's watching. Welcome everybody to the Challenging Times review show, the Challenge All-Star Rivals. Oh, the finale was here, and I got some things I had to write down today. I am Papa Knox, but as always, y'all should know by now, I'm joined by the beautiful Captain Shay. How you doing today?
I am doing good. I mean, I'm sad because it's the last episode. It's over. It's gone too soon. But I mean, I'm excited to talk about it because I have a few things I have to talk about. Same way you, I have a few things I need to talk about.
Well, let's get to talking.
Okay. Last week, it kind of ended with. Actually, I'm gonna pull up my notes from last week since we didn't get to do it. Because
I don't think we did much of any. It's okay. We tried.
We tried. Literally, the old college try very much. You know what? I think I was so angry I deleted
them. Well, forget last week. Let's talk about now.
All right. So we left off with Shane and Davon being in the lead. They actually, to everyone's surprise, were a cohesive unit for the most part, especially having an argument the day before the final, and they're actually working the best. You would think Nicole and Melissa would be working well together. I mean, all those late night nude puzzles they're doing, you would think, but no, they have the worst communication. Like, I think it's top 5, one of the worst communicating teams I've ever seen in a final. What would you say to that?
You said top
5. Oh my God, top 5. They literally yelled at each other from start to the very end.
But they like to rub each other, so that's been, so they're okay. I mean, rubbing is fundamental.
That's puzzles, actually.
Oh, okay. Puzzles.
If you ask Nicole, she says it's puzzles. They were doing puzzles.
Okay. Well, maybe it was twisters. Does that consider being a poster?
No, not tongue twister. Puzzles.
I'm just saying. There's many kind of puzzles out there, I guess. I mean, this is a puzzling conversation we're having right now. Pretty damn complex, if you ask me. Top 5, though, I don't know. That's kind of put me on the spot. I don't know if I would say top 5, but they're pretty bad. They're damn pretty bad.
So bad. Oh my gosh. It was so bad. Adam and Steve, I thought that they would be dominating. I think that's something we talked about a little bit before. Yes, I really thought that they would be doing a lot, but they were kind of like it just wasn't connecting on that first half, which I was a little bit shocked about. And I know that that's your team that you wanted to win.
Well, I had no choice. That was my team by default. I thought a guy pair would win, and that's what happened. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Steve, even with him saying, I dabbled in competitive eating, this guy literally was training for the final. Like, before the final was before he knew he would be in a final, he was prepared.
That's all I kept hearing. Over and over.
Oh my God, the sound. Maybe he needs to take Fessy to these things. Maybe he'll fare better in the finals.
Maybe. I mean, that's what somebody did after this challenge is over. I mean, vomiting. It was a lot of vomiting going on. What do you think about that challenge?
Oh my God, disgusting. I hate eating challenge. I feel like I've said this to you so many times. I hate anything. And then also, like, the part that really got to me was when Melissa and Nicole were doing it, and Nicole's like, come on, Melissa. And Melissa's like, you literally just threw up in there. Like, honestly, Melissa, same. I'm not drinking that. You just threw up in it, and it's already bad. You want me to drink?
I never understood. Every time I see it, right? Why the same thing? Because you're right. Somebody's pushing it back. Like, I'm not. That's nasty. It's bad enough I got to drink it. And that's fine. I'm not going to drink it on top of them drinking it in the same thing. That cannot happen. And then this time, MTV, you nasty little people that which you are. Okay, but you notice they put a camera in the puke bucket.
That's disgusting. Wait, you know what? You just triggered it. I think I wiped it from my mind and you brought it back up. Why would you do that?
Because they had a camera in the puke bucket. That was disgusting. Like I said, so I'm sitting here watching it while I'm at work, by the way. And I'm sitting here watching it, and I go, I don't want to, like, I'm looking like, I look back and I caught it. I said, oh, no, they was getting too far now. You're going to make me want to watch this nasty display of projectile vomiting, which, you know, they say if you blow chunks and she blows back, she's yours. So maybe someone found love.
What?
They say
I've never heard that saying before in my life, actually.
If you blow chunks and she or he blows back, she's yours. You ever seen Wayne's World?
No, actually, I've never seen that.
Know, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Is that from the 90s? Is that a 90s movie?
It is a 90s movie, Wayne's World. Car!
That's the problem. And you know what it is? It's so funny. During the pandemic, I started watching so many 90s movies I never watched because I didn't watch a lot of movies. Like, I never went to the movies a lot during the 90s. So a lot of movies people bring up like, oh, you seen this? Like, no.
No, the one thing I can say is through all my life trials and things I've gone through, I've always gone to the movies my whole life. It was one of the things as a kid that my mom and them couldn't afford to take us places. They could always afford, the movies was a pretty good, affordable thing to take us to. So I always saw a lot of movies growing up, and I've kept that thing. I can't wait for this weekend, going to go see Sinners on WrestleMania Saturday. Yes, IMAX, gotta support this movie. Cannot wait to go see it. So yeah, I'm a movie goer myself, but this challenge, when they sit down and they had to, you know, when they go through this, what's your partner say versus what did you say kind of thing. Right. First of all, you're in Vegas. Don't do this to me. Don't. I'm moving on. He's in Vegas, y'all. While he's watching us.
He's in Vegas already? Oh, this guy.
Yeah. I'm not even want to talk about it. I chose family over Vegas. Like, go figure that. Like, you know, came to pop, and all of a sudden now I'm here at home talking to you. No offense towards you, you know. But
no, I understand. This is WrestleMania. I understand. Trust me. I understand.
I'm having anxiety over here. Okay. What'd you think about this challenge, though? Gosh, got me.
Oh my God, it was disgusting. Literally disgusting. I don't know why they love that stuff so much. It's literally like enough of that.
I don't even think TJ looks.
You know what? TJ, he is a sicko. He likes that stuff. He loves seeing them being tortured. Like, I don't understand. TJ, you are a very, very odd man. Very odd man. Very odd. You'll agree. Odd. He will.
You're odd dude.
But at the end of this, we have Davon and Shane who come in first. Even with Shane randomly, sometimes his gameplay confuses me. But you know what? I'm gonna stick beside him. You know, okay.
Sometimes.
But he's a good competitor. One thing, he's very smart. I will give Shane that. He's very smart. He does know how to rise to the occasion. Gotta give him that. Mm-hmm. So we ended with Day and Shane, 15 stars. Steve and Adam, 14. Frank and Sam, Melissa and Nicole tied at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, please, because he was talking about something about Avery, about proposing. I'm like, what do you mean? And then, like, even at the end when they won, talking about I think I might have enough to get you a ring. You've been had enough. If you don't want to propose, just say that. Because what are you talking about? You think you have enough?
How you know he's been had enough? You know what his checking and his savings are saying to each other right now? Because my checking, my savings says I'm at home.
When he won that cash.
It's only 70. He probably comes home with 75,000 of that 1/525. The government's taking.
Is he buying her a mountain ring? Is he buying her a mountain ring?
If all I got is $75,000, that ring gonna have to wait. Okay, or like you said, should have had one by now at a much affordable price. And if you love me, it ain't the size of the rock in the ring; it's the size of the marriage in the ring.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to propose, you just do it.
Sorry, this white Kit Kat. Vanilla Kit Kat tastes is so good right now. I'm sorry.
I love vanilla Kit Kat, so I understand. Yeah. Please do not think that
I forgot I had it. I brought this like 2 weeks ago, and I found it like right before we came on the air, and I can't stop.
Oh my God, that's the best thing when you think you lost a chocolate or like a sweet, and then you randomly find it. It's like literally, for a moment, the world just feels okay. Like there's no problems in the world.
Like once it touches your mouth, you know. It's just like, yes, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. Okay, now we have the next challenge. Next checkpoint. Sorry, checkpoint. You have to fill up the bowls, and you have to carry them, and you must fill it to the top. But there was a timer, and if you did not get it there within the time period, you were just DQ'd. This checkpoint was stressful for me because, and this is the thing that really kills me with Sam. And you know what? I know you probably didn't see it, but Sam and Nicole had a bit of a bust up on Instagram Live last week.
Okay.
And I'm not even a Nicole fan, but Nicole was 100% correct. Sam talks a big game, but never could back it up. She literally came minutes before the checkpoint. Oh, I don't care. You know me. I'm doing it. Broken limbs and all. I'm doing it.
Broken limbs and all.
Literally a few minutes in, my knees, my ankle, my back. Girl,
my neck and my back.
Like, yeah, something about those. I'm glad you don't actually have something broken because you really would have been just laid on the floor.
But no, my man Frank was like, I examined her. She's perfectly fine. I was like, where did he get a license? And y'all just was having an argument not too long ago. You and Shane about how to wrap the ankle and who was right. So we're all of a sudden pick up.
He's okay. He actually works in that. Like he really does. He was if I can't see the problem, it's not there.
He didn't touch her or anything. He just said, you're okay. Here, throw some dirt on it, Johnny. You're fine. Get back out there. Win one for the Gipper. Like, no, she was like, honestly, I'm sorry, that whole entire thing was hilarious. And he's like, she's hanging on to the back of why he walks, and she goes, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna fall. He says, get up.
He said, it was the one thing he said. He looked at her and said like this, we've only been walking, please. We've just been walking. He was fed up. He was literally fed up.
Like, what are you crying? We're not even running. We're just walking. She was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So in this moment though, right, I'm thinking, I'm really, so here's where the show and my hatred from Frank really subsided. And this year, I have grown to finally like Nani. I've always respected her, but like her, I've come to seem that all the things I said about Frank, I said this when I was watching it. I don't know these people. I watch them from how I watch them. And I judge because I live in a very judgmental society because I'm watching TV and I feel I have the right to judge you, even though I don't know you, based off what the TV is showing me. So for all these years, Frank, the TV is showing you to be an asshole. Okay. But this time around, like even when it was over and he said he was mad and he was crying. Remember last week we were talking about this before you got cut off, and I kept saying, I can't wait to see why he's crying like this. And then when I actually saw him crying like this, I actually felt bad because he wasn't crying because necessarily of her. He realized that he was losing himself and what he had built to become a better person. And in that moment, I said, damn, I get your storytelling now. Okay. And then when she comes and says to him, he's talking in the truck after the event, and he says to her, I really am concerned about your health moving forward. And then you see she's sitting back and she especially says, I make this excuse, I make that excuse, I make this speaks to me. Frank saying that to her, it spoke to me.
Yeah.
Because I am someone who uses those as an excuse. Like I used to be a very movable person, you know what I mean? And now because I work from home, I sit down, I drove a bus for so long, I don't do shit. I just sit on my ass all day. You know what I mean? Because that's how I make my money. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't get up and do things. And it's always tell people don't make fun of basketball players or anybody else because can you do it? But I just thought that moment for Frank, for me, propelled me into saying, okay, I should take a step back of judging people. And I thought that was pretty good to get from out of this episode for me anyway. Sorry, you got that whole long thing. I mean, my
Yeah.
chocolate now.
No,
You want one, don't you?
no, that was good. No, I really appreciate you saying that. Like, and I thought that even though he had the little outburst, which I think was totally justified, I think he was so frustrated, and I think Frank held it together the entire season. He could have crashed out so many times this season, and it only took until like the final when they're so close that he finally just kind of gave in, and I totally understood where he was coming from. But I also loved how after he got out his system, as you said, he just had that conversation. It wasn't just him being condescending or just being an asshole or just like yelling. It really showed the growth, and that's the thing I love about these Rivals seasons is you see people and you remember how intense it was at the time, like when they became rivals, like, and then you see the growth and how they learn to communicate and the love that grows between them. So I thought it was really cool the way he just really spoke to her, like coming from a caring place, like, and how he worded it was perfection. So
even when he said before they got to the truck going back, and he says in the confessional thing, it says, we're not rivals anymore, we're friends. And I said, damn, okay, because that is kind of what it's actually built for. Take these rivals and make them get along to win this money and see what happens. Everybody can't be a Johnny douchebag, and take the money and run like it did to Sarah. You know what I mean? But talk about that a little bit later too. So go ahead. I'm sorry. It's gonna get loud around here. My son, my oldest son turns 18 tomorrow, and I cannot wait. My miracle baby boy, my wife's superhero, who ain't supposed to be here, who almost died becoming to be here as our first Michael Preemie King, aka Prince Michael II. I am excited. I don't get excited for birthdays. I'm just being honest, people. I don't. They're kids. Whatever. Okay, but this one I think is a really big deal. My son turning 18. So, at 18 years old, my 18 and my son's 18-year-old, we are two different worlds. It's like Beirut and Disney World. There's difference between my son at 18 and me at 18. So I'm a very proud father of my son. Love you, boy.
Sorry. That's amazing. Now I love that. I'm so happy for you. Hope it's a great celebration.
Yes.
We do. Okay, now we have, let me see. So Nicola and Melissa, Frank and Sam, they got DQ'd. Davon and Shane ended up getting first again. I'm telling you, I was really shocked. Like, I just didn't think that they would be able to work together just based off of how much they argued. And I feel like Adam and Steve were actually so good this season. Like, you wouldn't even thought they were really rivals, honestly, because they were locked in from day one. But they were kind of struggling. And so I was really proud. So after that, they get to this last checkpoint. We're getting to it. They have to get these little bags that are weighed differently, and they have to figure out how to level it. And then once they put all the bags, they then themselves have to balance on it until they keep it. Now, I think we all knew Frank and Sam, Melissa and Nicole were out of the running. So it was definitely between Steve and Adam and Davon and Jane. I just feel like this game, like, they literally put the final in their hands. They literally did at one point, like Steve and Adam. Even though they kind of played a little bit crappy in the first portion, from the first episode, it's like the way people were coming to the decisions, it was always going to benefit Steve and Adam. It really was in the end. And it did. Like, I mean, they won. Like, is what it is. And
they definitely did. They did what, again, we both at the start of this, we also had Cactus Katie joining us. We said then we wasn't sure about, these teams, and we were positive, these certain guys would win the way that it was formatted. Nothing against, the dominant women that can be dominant in this game, and we've seen be dominant, just that advantage we felt was given to these guys. So to see that happen, as you talked about, and you follow these things a little bit more than I do in this realm, maybe they will change the rules. You know, we got Devon saying she's done. This is her last one. I thought that was shocking, but I also like it because as she says it, I go, dang, you know who I haven't got rid of seeing, who I still see? Will I ever see CT again? That's what made, I don't know why that came to my mind, but when she said that, it made me think, how much longer do we get to see these veterans that we know and love?
Well, I can confirm he's definitely going to be on season 41, so you will be seeing him.
Way to go to confirm.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Davon, you know what's so funny about Davon saying that is when she tweeted it, someone quoted her tweet with like 5 different tweets where she said she was done. She said it was her last. I'm sorry. Davon is a habitual liar when it comes to saying, I'm done. I'm not coming back. This is the last you'll see me.
Okay, so she got me. She played me.
We'll see. We'll see if she can keep it this time. But that was a lot of tweets where you said that, Davon. Okay.
See, now we can't trust you. So there that go.
Are you shocked that I don't know. I feel like if there weren't cameras, Adam definitely would have took the money. But because there was witnesses, Adam was like, okay, we're going to split. Like, honestly, because Adam is so shysty sometimes. He really isn't. He's mad petty and he doesn't know how to let things go.
You see, I don't let it go either. Let me say this much, right? I was excited last week knowing we were going to get this, and I thought it was going to be between more of them, but it was just the head ones. I like the concept of them doing it this way than the way we've seen it done before. But going into it, I literally said what the voices were saying at the time, them in confessionals. They're both fathers, and they both have families. And I said to myself, they should be able to get past any of that pettiness to do that and realize I just went through this, you know what I mean? And as they were saying it before, those who it hasn't panned out good for those who took the money. You know what I mean? They haven't come back and been the most flourished, people they were before. It's actually been a curse to take the money. They're not back to promise the way they are. So I was happy to decide to do it that way. Hopefully they can get back. But I was also like you thinking he's going to keep that money. So it kept mentioning all season long about the star. You know what I mean? And I've been waiting to say this all day.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Somebody either going to be first. That's where it is.
You're either first or the second loser.
No, that's no such thing. You can be second, you can be third. Hell, you can even be fourth.
Okay.
So.
But that is true about the curse. I forgot how long Johnny's curse lasted when he did it until he won on Total Madness. But that lasted for like a few seasons. He was even going home early a lot of the seasons after he did what he did. It was crazy, honestly. And honestly, now I think, Ashley is suffering from the curse, but she also takes a lot of breaks in between. Even though I feel like she was totally justified. I would have stole that money from Hunter, and she was a little bit too nice.
Yeah, that one I always get because he was you stupid bitch and all that stuff. Yeah, he deserved his money taken.
She was too silent for me.
Sarah didn't deserve her money taken.
Greasy. Oh, I would have been so.
Well, that concludes another season with us here, which is the sad part. We do have another season coming up, so hopefully maybe things will change and we'll be back. We know we love you love us. We also have other things on this network that we do, and coming up in the coming weeks here on Unpopular View Entertainment. You like 90s movies? You say you were watching 90s movies?
I do.
What exactly does third base feel like? Like warm apple pie.
There's gonna be an Eastern European chick naked in your house, and you're not gonna do anything about that?
What am I gonna do? Broadcast her over the internet?
Yeah. Oh, incredible. If you ever had a chance with Nadia, this is it.
Somebody's coming in there.
That guy's in my trig class.
Oh, no.
More, you bad boy.
Go, trig boy. It's your birthday.
Touch me, Jim.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Houston, we have a problem.
Stephanie's mom.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Mom?
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
brought it back to the 80s. American Pie, the classic. We are reviewing that in the coming weeks. But tomorrow night here on Unpopular Review Entertainment, we are doing our top 5 Marvel movie draft. That's right. Once somebody gets drafted, you cannot draft them. Between the Wolfpack, myself, Freckle Sensei, DeMark Vick, come check us out. Top 5 Marvel movies of all time. Draft. So come check that out. Had fun doing it. Pretty long episode, but come to see what we did. I actually gave a sneak peek in our chat there, Shay. You can check it out. I gave everybody, tagged everybody. Nobody responded. So I guess nobody even cared on my own network to look at it. But it's okay. We made it for you guys anyway. So check it out. Shay, any final words we got to hear this evening?
If your rival is a douchebag, steal the money. If they're not, share it.
There it is, y'all. And check us out here on Unpopular Review Networks. We're all over the place. You know, we are the brother sister station to Unpopular Review Wrestling. Our team is down in Las Vegas. We got several people going. We're going to be flooding you guys with all kind of things, to your Twitters, to your Instagram stories, all over the place. Make sure you follow Unpopular Review all week. Hashtag WrestleMania. We are there, so you should be there with us. We'll catch y'all next time here on Unpopular Review Entertainment. We love you, and we're out of here. And I like to always say, you know what it is, fingers. But hold on. Oh, I forgot this part. Shoot. Something for everybody. Daredevil. That happened tonight. The finale happened. Go check that out. Movie reviews are coming back starting next week with Sinners. Sunday, we have been doing the husband and wife review show for Raising Canaan. But guess what? It is WrestleMania Sunday. Ain't nobody doing shit. Then we got the Federation Tuesdays. They are coming back also, as well as the Wolfpack. We'll see y'all next time. We are out of here, y'all. Fingers the second time.